let's get the camera set up because I am about to give you guys some tips.
Know it's some niggas that's doubting me, but that's only making me better. They can't see what's inside of me, so they didn't know I was special. My mind on a whole nother level, I already looked at.
What's up, my Dime Squad? It's your girl, Dime.lashayy, and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you press the subscribe button so you can join the Dime Squad. You know how we do. We are getting into episode 2 of my That Lit Teacher Life series. And you know, episode 1 was a Q&A, so if you did not get to watch it, make sure you follow above so you can watch episode 1 before you get into episode 2. Before we get into today's video, I do want to say thank y'all so much for 100 subscribers. Now I'm on the road to 250. I am going to be doing a giveaway at 250 subscribers, so when I get there, I will post directions. I am giving you guys 10 tips for student teachers. So let's just say you're a prospective teacher. You one day want to become a teacher, or maybe you're a kid and you're just in love with the thought of becoming a teacher, and you just know when you grow up you're gonna definitely become a teacher. Or let's just say you're a college student and you're about to jump right into your student teaching and you need some tips. I got you. So my first tip for student teachers would definitely be to keep a student teaching notebook. Keep a student teaching notebook. Now with my college and university, they required us to have a student teaching notebook. They gave us many resources to put in the notebook. They gave us a schedule. We had notebook checks where we had to actually go to the university and they had to sign off on certain things. But I had a note section in the back of my student teaching notebook that I kept solely for myself. It wasn't required, but I had a note section that had a like section and a dislike section. In the like section, I would observe my mentor teacher. I would write what I really liked about her teaching, her classroom management, anything, literally. Her designs on the walls, how she had her classroom set up. I'm talking about anything. There were no limits. Likes one side, dislikes were on the other side. So I had likes and dislikes. You want to write down literally everything, whether you like it or dislike it, okay? It's really going to help you in the long run, because you're going to keep up with this notebook and you're going to look back at it and you're going to be like, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like. So yes, keep a student teaching notebook. When you observe for those first couple of weeks, this is when you really dive into those notes and those likes and dislikes. My next tip would be to dress professional. Dress professional. Even though you are a student, you are now held to the same standard as a teacher. You're in a professional setting. You're in a school. So just make sure you dress professional. You know, mind you, a nice little skirts or a nice little some nice little slacks, you know, get some different tops, different slacks, and you know, just make sure you look nice. It's because you're representing now not only yourself, you're representing your school that you go to, your university, and you're also representing the school that you're student teaching at. So it's not even all about you anymore. It gets deeper into it. So dress professional. All right. Number 3, always say yes. And by this, I mean you're going to be asked to do things that you're not comfortable with. But remember, the reason you're not comfortable is because it's probably your first time doing it. For example, let's say making a bulletin board that's going to go in the hallway as soon as you enter the school. You are probably going to stress yourself out. You're probably so terrified, like everybody's going to see this. This is my second bulletin board I've ever made. But say yes, because you're going to work so hard on that. You're going to remember that. You're going to take a picture of it, and you're going to have that to remember forever. And you're going to learn from it regardless, because I mean, every bulletin board is different. And honestly, with making bulletin boards, I've learned something every time because I use YouTube to make mine. And yeah. some stuff I'm like, oh my God, I could have did this way instead of that way. So go for it. Say yes. That is the only way you learn. You literally learn by experience. And that's with anything in life, especially teaching. You learn by experience. So go for it. Say yes. And you got it. Number 4, observe other classrooms. You want to observe other classrooms because, one, every teacher does not teach the same. So if you're working with a team, I would try to observe everyone on the team, literally. Because you will get ideas, classroom management ideas, design, all kinds of ideas from these teachers. You will get likes and dislikes. So take your happy little go-lucky student teacher notebook and travel all along. The more classrooms you visit, the more you will learn. Number 5, plan and structure your lessons very well. This is very, very important. A not planned out lesson, it's not good. A messy or unorganized lesson is gonna result in a messy and unorganized students. So with that being said, you want to plan and structure your lessons well. And by this I mean you need beginning, middle, end, okay? Anything that your students are doing needs to support the objectives. You don't want to have students doing something that's not going to help them master the objective. You also want to always ask yourself, what are the students doing? It's not even necessarily about you. It's more about the students, because you want them to be engaged. So that means they have to be doing most of the doing. So with that being said, what are the students doing? And after you answer that question, whatever that answer is that, so whatever they're doing, let's say they're building blocks. I just said whatever came on top of my head. So is their building blocks going to support the objective? So if your objective, I'm gonna be real simple. If your objective is for them to be able to build a house, is them building blocks going to support and help them master that objective of building a house? That was a terrible example, but you get what I'm saying. The objective and the activities, the doing, has to go hand in hand, or else your lesson is not well planned. I know that was a terrible example, but I had to put it in simple terms because sometimes that's what it takes, and that's what we do as teachers all the time. We take it a little lower. If we need to, we can make it happen now. We can. And I just did it. You can tell when a lesson is unplanned and put together. You can tell when observing another teacher. You really can tell. So you don't want to be that teacher, okay? Next, use your resources from your mentor teacher. Now, let me just tell y'all a quick story. My mentor teacher had bell ringers. She was a 6th grade teacher. She had bell ringers. These bell ringers were comprehension bell ringers, meaning that the students came in, they sat down, the bell rung, and they had a story on the board, and all week related to one story. So they read a story a week, basically. So a passage will be on the board, and it'll be questions, and she had a mix of fiction and nonfiction. So one week might be fiction, the next week might be nonfiction. So that was their bell ringer every day, and every day she went over it. They corrected their answers, and at the end of the week, they had to turn it in. Well, when I started teaching my first year, I had a group of students that were low in comprehension. So I was like, I thought about those bell ringers. I was like, this could really boost their comprehension. So you know what I did? Called up my lovely mentor teacher. I text her. I text my mentor teacher, and I was like, do you have the link or a CD, or can you send me those bell ringers that you used to use, because I really think it would help the students I am teaching right now. And she got them to me, y'all, and I used them. I did use them. So yeah, like use your resources, and if they have a resource that you can put on a flash drive, store it on the flash drive and keep it, because you never know when you will need it. That story really just basically sums up why you should use resources from your mentor teacher. Number 7, fake it till you make it. And by this I'm meaning like you're gonna go in there nervous. You're gonna go into your student teaching nervous as all get out, but fake it until you make it. You might have some bad days where you're just not even in the mood, where you just got a bad phone call before work, you just lost a family member, you just have a headache, you just are feeling down. Fake it until you make it. Go in there, because at the end of the day, you have a job to do, and your students, they're not the reason for it. So you can't go in there and push their learning down because of your issues. So go in there, fake it till you make it. Before you know it, the day will be over. So that's the same thing with student teaching. Some days you might have a bad day, but go in there and fake it until you make it. Fake it until you make it. Put on a smile. Keep that smile all day. Because really, when you think about that, your energy really deflects the energy of your classroom, the energy of your students. If you come in and they can tell, they can just feel your energy is off, it's just going to throw everything else. It's going to throw them off. Really, it is. You're probably going to have behavior problems, or if it's test day, you probably won't have great results because the energy is down. So that's why I say fake it until you make it. I'm telling y'all, I've been there, done that. Fake it till you make it. And this is only my 2nd year teaching. I've had to fake it till I make it. Make your presence known. You don't want to be a fly on the wall inside of your mentor teacher's classroom. Don't go in there and just sit down and look all day, every day. Now, the first 2 weeks of student teaching is observing, but even with that, you can still get up, walk around sometimes, engage with the students, depending on what they're doing. So anytime you see opportunity to get up and engage with students, talk with students, do it, because that's going to make you get more comfortable with them. They're going to get more comfortable with you, and you're going to get more comfortable with the classroom. Because eventually, if you think about it, the reality is you're going to take over that classroom in like a week or 2. So get up, make your presence known, talk to the students, and that leads me to my next one, which is build relationship with students. Those two go hand in hand. You need to build a relationship with students so that they can trust you. They will trust that you know what you're talking about when you get up there. They will definitely 100% trust you. I personally played basketball like all my school life, and that's how I really connect with my students. Like, I have some of them like, Miss Underwood, will you come play basketball with me at PE? And I'm like, not today. But yeah, like, we talk about basketball, we talk about sports. They know I like sports. I know they like sports, so I tie it in with like everything, almost everything I do. And with my other students who are interested in other things, I get those and I tie it in with my lessons. So that's what I mean, like, build a relationship. Because if you're teaching a lesson and half your class or majority of your class love basketball, integrate basketball into that lesson. They're gonna love it, okay? So build a relationship with your student. The more you know, the better the learning is, because you can integrate it. So yeah. Plus, if you think about it, you're coming to their classroom, they don't know you at all. They just know that you're a student teacher, that you're in college to become a teacher. That's all they know. So the more they know about you, the more comfortable they're going to feel around you, you know? Really. And last but not least, number 10, take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you need to do that every day, do it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Do not be so hard on yourself. Keep a positive mindset. Turn that negative into positive. Instead of saying, oh, I'm going to go in here and bum this lesson, go in there saying, I am going to kill this lesson. Let's get right into it. Like, have that positive mindset. And when you have it, guess what? It's going to rub right on off to your students, and y'all going to be killing it together. And before you know it, you're going to have your own classroom, girl or boy, You're gonna have your own classroom. You're gonna be killing it. So okay, that's it for this video. Remember, I will be posting twice a week. One time on Monday and another on Wednesday. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. Shine Like Diamond on Instagram, Dime_lashayy on Snapchat, and Dime.lashayy on Facebook. And stay tuned for episode 3 of That Lit Teacher Life. And I'll see y'all in the next video.